The long-awaited rematch of Aljamain Sterling and Petr Yan is finally here. Will Aljo keep the belt? Will Petr Yan get revenge? Let's find out. Starting with Aljamain Sterling, this is his first fight back in over a year. He had a neck surgery, he had a couple of injuries here and there, so he's finally making his return back since fighting Petr Yan the first time. Just briefly looking at Aljo in his last few fights, so to get him to the title fight, he beat Corey Sandhagen, took the back, got the submission. That was a great win. Before that, it was back-to-back decision wins over tough opponents in Jimmy Rivera, Pedro Munoz. In each of those fights, he had over 100 significant strikes landed, which is great. The cardio checked out, but the only downside was in both of those fights, he was also 0 for 7 in each fight with his takedowns. And that, unfortunately for me, is the biggest issue we have here, because we saw in the Petr Yan fight the first time around, he was just 1 for 17 with his takedowns. And there were certainly other factors that affected those numbers, because the cardio just completely gassed after round 3. He started taking these sloppy entries and was just not getting any takedowns. But it's also in part because Petr Yan's wrestling is severely underrated. And that works both ways. We see it defensively, he's very good at stuffing the takedowns, and then even offensively, against Aljamain Sterling, he was officially 7 for 7 on his takedown attempts. And that to me is just going to be a big challenge, because Aljamain Sterling, I think if he wants to win this fight, he needs to get it to the mat, he needs to work the grappling, because Petr Yan in his boxing, his striking pedigree is just elite level. That's not where Aljo's going to win this fight. And even adding to that, Petr Yan has the 5-round experience, the cardio checks out, he is going to be there all 5 rounds, we know that. He lets you exert all the energy, and then he starts to take over from rounds 3 to 5, so it's just a very difficult matchup if Aljo can't get it done early. And with the odds in Petr Yan's favor, he is a 4-1 favorite. You can get Aljamain Sterling as a plus 300 underdog. My money is going to be with Petr Yan in this fight. I actually think he's going to get the finish, probably later on, kind of similar to where they were in the first fight. I think Petr Yan gets the finish in round 4, TKO finish. What do you guys think? Who do you think wins this fight? Leave it in the comments.